Welcome to PreMath. In this video, we have got this diameter AB and this chord CD, and they intersect each other at this point P inside this circle with the center O, as you can see in this given diagram. And as a result, we are ended up with these two green shaded rectangles. This rectangle AFCP and this other rectangle PBED. And moreover, the area of this rectangle is 98 centimeter square, whereas the area of this larger rectangle is 392 centimeter square. And now our task is to calculate the radius of this circle. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe. And please keep in mind that this figure may not be 100% true to the scale. Let's go ahead and get started. And here's our very first step. We know that we are dealing with these two green shaded rectangles. So therefore we conclude that this angle has got to be 90 degrees, and likewise this angle is 90 degrees as well. So therefore we conclude that this diameter AB is going to be perpendicular to this chord CD. So therefore we are going to recall the perpendicular bisector theorem. According to this theorem, if a radius of a circle is perpendicular to the chord, then the radius bisects the chord. So no wonder this diameter AB is going to bisect this chord CD into two equal parts. In other words, this segment CP is going to be equal to this segment DP. And if I label this segment CP as X, then this segment DP is going to be X as well. And likewise, I'm going to label this segment AP as lowercase a, then this segment BP as lowercase b. And now let's recall the intersecting chords theorem. According to this theorem, if two chords intersect in a circle, then the products of the measures of the segments of the chords are equal, as you can see in this given diagram. And here we can see we got these two chords AC and BD, and they intersect each other at this point. And as a result, we are ended up with this segment A, this segment B, likewise this segment C, and this segment D, such that the segments A times B equals to C times D. And now we are going to apply this intersecting chords theorem on this given problem. And we got these segments A, B, and this segment X, likewise this segment X as well. Then we can write A times B equals to X times X. In other words, we got A times B equals to X square. And now I'm going to label this one as our equation number 1. And now we are going to focus on this smaller rectangle, whose area has been given to us as 98 centimeter square. And now let's recall the area of rectangle formula. Area is always equal to length times the width of the rectangle. And in our case, the dimensions of this rectangle are A and X, and the area has been given to us as 98. Let's go ahead and fill in the blanks. So the area is going to be equals to A times X. The area is 98. I'm going to label this one as our equation number 2. And now we are going to focus on this larger rectangle, whose area has been given to us as 392 centimeter square. And we are going to apply the area of rectangle formula once again. Area equals to length times the width of the rectangle. In our case, the dimensions are X and B, and the area is 392. So therefore we could write B times X equals to 392. and I'm going to label this one as our equation number 3. So thus we are ended up with the system of these 3 equations, and now we are going to solve for lowercase a and lowercase b values. And now we are going to multiply these 2 equations, equation 2 and equation 3. So therefore we could write a times x and then times b times x equals to 98 times 392. So therefore the left hand side could be written as a times b and then times x square is going to be equal to 38,416. And now let's focus on equation 1. We know a times b equals to x square. So therefore I'm going to replace a times b with the x square over here. So therefore this is going to become x square, and then times x square is going to be equal to 38,416, and the left hand side is going to give us x power 4 equals to 38,416. And now I'm going to take the 4th root on both sides to undo this 4th power. So therefore we conclude that our x value simply turns out to be 14 centimeter. So thus our x value turns out to be 14. And now let's focus on this equation 2. And here I have copied down equation 2, and now we know our x value is 14. So we are going to substitute over here. So this is going to become 14 times a equals to 98, and I'm going to divide both sides by 14 to isolate a. So therefore we could see our lowercase a value simply turns out to be 7. And now we are going to focus on equation 3. And here I have copied down equation 3. And we know our x value is 14. So I'm going to substitute 14 value over here. So therefore this is going to become 14 times b equals to 392. And now I'm going to divide both sides by 14 to isolate b. So therefore we could see our b value simply turns out to be 28 centimeters. So thus our a value turns out to be 7 and b value turns out to be 28. So therefore this whole diameter AB length is going to be 7 plus 28. So therefore our diameter AB length simply turns out to be 7 plus 28 is going to give us 35. And let's assume that this radius I'm going to label lowercase r, then this is going to be radius lowercase r as well. So therefore this whole diameter is going to be r plus r is going to give us 2 times radius r. So therefore our diameter AB is 2 times radius r as well. So therefore if we compare these 2 equations, we are going to get 2 times r equals to 35. And if I divide both sides by 2, we could see that our radius lowercase r value is going to be 17.5 centimeter. So thus after all the calculations and manipulations, the radius of this circle turns out to be 17.5 centimeters. And that's our final answer. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos. Bye.